I am so pleased that you're here in Congress. I am Maxine Waters. I represent the 35th Congressional District in the greater Los Angeles area. As a matter of fact, when you fly into Los Angeles to the Los Angeles International Airport, you're in my district. My district includes several cities. The cities of Inglewood, Hawthorne, Gardena, Linwood, and the area of Playa Vista and parts of South Los Angeles. So it is a rather diverse district, and it is a district that keeps me very, very busy. It keeps me busy because part of my district have a lot of people who need assistance from government. Not all of the district, but certainly I cannot think of any part of my district that does not need to interact with me. So I'm very, very pleased to have an active and involved district, and I try and get home every weekend. I hold town hall meetings, and I go to many, many events. I attend my schools, my churches, events that are held by social clubs and organizations, labor unions, and I try to spread myself around so that I can not only learn the concerns of the various sectors of my district, but also so that I can get their input about what they think I'm doing, what they'd like to see me do, and answer questions about what's going on here in Congress. And a lot is going on here in Congress, believe me. I serve on the Financial Services Committee. I also serve on the Judiciary Committee. I am a Chief Deputy Whip. I serve on the Policy and Steering Committee that's responsible for making all of the assignments to committees. And aside from that, there are a lot of caucuses. I'm a member of the Congressional Black Caucus, the Women's Caucus, the Progressive Caucus, the Human Rights Caucus, and probably some more that I'm forgetting to mention right now. But a typical day here in the Congress of the United States will see you perhaps on the floor in a debate, casting votes, or in committee, where you're actually learning more about the public policy issues that are brought to you and your committee to help find out the best way to deal with the concern or a problem. Or if we're not on the floor or in committee, we will be attending meetings in one of those caucuses or special meetings that are being called around special issues. So this is a very work-intensive atmosphere, and you're constantly on the go. You don't get a chance to sit at your desk very much. As a matter of fact, in order to pay attention to some of the letters and some of the special problems, you really do have to spend a great deal of time in the evening. And so I'm normally here until about 10, 11 o'clock every night. Normally I start my day about 9 o'clock here, unless I have to have an earlier meeting. And this goes on from Monday through Thursday, and then I'm out on the airplane to my district and back again on Monday. The work of representing a district here in the Congress of the United States really does cause you to have to focus on many, many very complicated and sometimes huge issues. Right now, this country is in a recession, and we're dealing with whether or not we're going to have a huge stimulus bill to try and stimulate the economy and get the credit unfrozen and get people actively buying things, whether or not we can create more jobs or put more jobs back that have been lost. So this stimulus bill that we're working on is extremely important. It's going to be very costly, but in order to get this economy going and not sink into a depression, we're going to have to do this. I know that...
Keep going. I was going to wait till you stop, and then I was going to bring you a little time.
I know that many people are concerned not only about the loss of jobs and the economy and the inability to have the kind of purchasing power that one may have had in the recent past. And I know that foremost on the minds of many of our constituents and our citizens is this housing crisis that we have. We have the problem of foreclosures that continue to mount all over this country. People who, trying to realize the American dream, got into mortgages that are now unaffordable. Some of these are adjustable rate mortgages where people didn't realize that that mortgage was going to increase in amount in the next 6 months or 1 year or 2 years. Others got into mortgages where the interest rates were too high to begin with. And when those interest rates increase, it really makes that house unaffordable. Some people into interest-only loans that are going to reset or readjust. And then there are others that got into loans that they didn't realize were not 30 or 40-year loans from the time that they signed on to that mortgage. So we're working with this foreclosure problem, and it is tops. It is a priority or the priority on my agenda. And I have not only been working to deal with fostering loan modifications and helping people to get workouts so that they could change the terms of that mortgage and be able to stay in their homes. I have introduced legislation that would help to stabilize the communities. We know that some communities, because of the boarded up housing and the foreclosures, the homes have began to lose value. That some of these boarded up homes are creating criminal problems in the district. Some of them are being taken over by gang members in some districts. Some of them, the weeds are growing up, the animals are on the property, the roof is caving in, the bank is not taking care of the property, and that's causing the value of the adjacent homes to go down, that is, to lose value. So I came up with the Neighborhood Stabilization Program, where I got the first $4 billion that's now going out to the cities in order to buy up these places, rehabilitate them, and put them back on the market for low and moderate income homes. We'll have another $4 billion or so, I hope, in the stimulus package to assist neighborhoods. These rehabilitations can be done by nonprofits or for-profits working with the city. The city must come up with a plan by which to do this to help stabilize the neighborhoods. We are looking at and discovering ways by which to keep people in their homes. Sheila Bair at FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, has discovered a way by which to do loan modifications that makes a lot of sense. And so I'm supporting that. I've taken her model and I've introduced that into law. There are some other efforts that are being made. Hope for Homeowners, where you can work with your banker, a volunteer program, where they can write down about 10% of that mortgage. We would afford to give you refinancing with FHA and stretch out that loan so that it is 30 or 40 years, so that it is very much affordable. So we're not only learning about how to do this, we're really putting a lot of pressure on the banks and financial institutions to do loan modifications, do more of them, to do them faster, and hopefully we will be able to really mandate the ways that they can do them with the passage of some of this legislation.